1 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The foreign minister has left for Switzerland to highlight the Indian atrocities at the session of the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva. Pakistan has called for implementation of the United Nations Security Council resolutions that pledge the right of self-determination to the Kashmiri people to decide their own future. The 9th of Muharram is being observed across the country today to pay homage to the supreme sacrifice of Hazrat Imam Hussain Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu and his companion in Karbala. In occupied Kashmir, curfew and other restrictions have been further intensified to prevent Muharram processions across the territory. And now the news in detail. The foreign minister, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, has left for Switzerland on a 3-day visit to represent Pakistan at the 42nd session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, beginning at Geneva today. He will also address the session and present the case of Kashmiris before the delegates attending the forum from across the world. Shah Mahmood Qureshi will raise the Indian unilateral and illegal actions in occupied Kashmir and will highlight the threat posed to the region in the result of these actions. The foreign minister will also hold meetings with leaders of the OIC and World Health Organization in Geneva. He will interact with the local and international media representatives in Geneva and present Pakistan's stance and point of view on various regional and international issues. Prime Minister Imran Khan has advised the youth of Pakistan not to ever have fear of failure in life for achieving higher goals. In a tweet today, he said no one has ever achieved anything significant in life who fears failure or criticism. The Prime Minister also cited a quotation of former American President Theodore Roosevelt on the subject. Pakistan has urged the United Nations to prevent a bigger crisis stemming from India's illegal annexation of occupied Kashmir. In an interview with Consortium News, an independent American current affairs television channel, Pakistan's ambassador to the United Nations, Dr. Maliha Lodhi, called for action instead of just words on part of the world body to deal with the grave crisis. She stressed the need to push for implementation of the United Nations Security Council resolutions that pledged inalienable right of self-determination to the Kashmiri people to decide their future. About the possibility of a nuclear conflict between India and Pakistan, she said Pakistan is a responsible nuclear state and does not wish to see any kind of conflict. However, she said the international community must step in before a bigger crisis takes place. The 9th of Muharram is being observed throughout the country today with due solemnity and sanctity to pay homage to the supreme sacrifice rendered by Hazrat Imam Hussain Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu and his companions in Karbala. Tazia and Zuljana processions are being taken out in different parts of the country today in memory of the martyrs of Karbala. Ulema and Zakireen will shed light on the bright and candid teachings of Hazrat Imam Hussain Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. Elaborate security arrangements have been made to avoid any untoward incident during the morning processions. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan, has said the attack of Indian forces on a procession paying homage to Hazrat Imam Hussain Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu in occupied Kashmir is a continuation of the Karbala tragedy. In a series of tweets today, she described the attack as the worst form of Indian state terrorism. The Special Assistant said despite the worst siege and curfew imposed by the Indian occupying forces, the people of occupied Kashmir revived the spirit of Karbala by coming out of their homes. She said the day is not far when India and tyrant Modi will also face the fate of Yazid and Kashmir will get freedom. In occupied Kashmir, curfew and other restrictions imposed since August 5th have been further intensified to prevent Muharram processions across the held territory. The commercial hub of Lal Chowk and adjoining areas are completely sealed by the police and Central Reserve Police Force. However, people defied curfew and restrictions and took out processions at many places, including Abi Guzar locality in Srinagar city centre. Meanwhile, normal life remains severely affected in Kashmir on the 36th consecutive day today, with markets closed while the transport is off the road. An earthquake measuring 5 on the Richter scale jolted the federal capital, Islamabad, today. According to the Met Office, the depth of the tremor was 12 kilometers and its epicenter lay along the Pakistan-India border region. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.